The Ruger 1022 is a great little carbine with millions of aftermarket parts, and the Takedown version is no exception. Today we'll be taking a closer look at Magpul Dynamics' newest stock set for the 1022 Takedown, the X-22 Hunter Takedown. The Ruger 1022, as I said before, has an exhaustive array of aftermarket parts. And while the majority of these parts are compatible with the Takedown version of the rifle, furniture is not. Thankfully, companies like Magpul Dynamics have adapted their existing designs to fit the new Takedown version of the rifle. In this case, the X-22 Hunter Takedown. Now, unless you've been living under a rock for the past 2 decades, chances are you've heard of Magpul Dynamics. Now, originally Magpul only made their namesake, literally Magpuls, that make pulling the magazines out of the carrier pouches easier. Later, they moved on to making ultra-reliable Stanag magazines and furniture for the AR-15 and accessories for other firearms. One of these other firearms is the 1022. Now, their latest product for the 1022 is the X-22 Hunter Takedown, and like the name suggests, it's built for small game hunting and plinking. How so? Well, the X-22 is clearly designed for using optics on a 1022. It includes several features like an adjustable height cone that allows shooters to get a perfect, repeatable sight picture when running an optic. Its length of pull is also adjustable via stock spacers held in place by a single machine screw. Now, this isn't just so shooters with different length arms can get a comfortable grip on the gun, but it's also to make sure that these shooters can get a proper sight picture because optics tend to have different eye relief. I'm looking at you, Trijicon. Plus, given the relatively small amount of rail space on the 1022, moving the shooter's head is often easier than shifting the scope's position. Other noteworthy features include a rubberized butt pad that prevents the gun from shifting out of the shooter's shoulder during firing, and traditional sling loops on either side of the stock. Now, forward of this, the X-22 adds a 60-degree off-bore grip that features molded grip panels for a more positive shooting grip. Now, this angle is important as it allows the shooter to get in position behind the gun when it's resting on a bipod or if it's on a bench rest. It's often difficult with an optic to use a traditional stock cone when you're that close to the rifle. Now, if you're looking to squeeze even more accuracy out of your Takedown rifle, you'll be happy to know that like the normal X-22, the Takedown version also supports the use of heavy profile barrels with the included barrel sled. Simply flip the sled around to utilize it with the heavy profile barrel. Now, just beneath this sled is the handguard, which features 3 sets of M-lock slots for mounting accessories like angled foregrips, rail segments, or really anything a shooter wants. Now, I've only fired a few hundred rounds through my 1022 Takedown with the Magpul stock installed so far, but I really like it thus far. One thing I immediately noticed after installing it is that the center of balance shifts dramatically towards the butt of the rifle. Presumably, this was done to counterbalance the excess weight added when mounting optics, but it's also great for balancing out heavy muzzle devices like sound suppressors, which are a must-have on a rimfire automatic. Also, despite the comb height of the X-22 stock, it's still usable with my favorite upgrade for the 1022, tech sights. These are essentially USGI type aperture sights that dramatically increase the shootability of a stock 1022 by both increasing the sight radius and simplifying the aiming process by allowing the shooter to simply concentrate on the front sight post. Lastly, in terms of fit and finish, the X-22 Takedown stock is clean without any visible molding marks or seams, and both parts of the stock mate well with the 1022 Takedown carbine tested. The stock exhibited no wobble or play, but there is one downside to the stock in general. It doesn't permit free-floating the barrel. Now, this might seem like a total deal breaker to some, but in testing it didn't really make a huge difference in terms of practical accuracy. When utilizing match-grade ammo and a decent optic, the 1022 Takedown that I tested achieved groups just over 1 MOA at 50 yards, so roughly 0.6 inches. Now, for me, this is more than adequate as I only use my rimfire rifles to hunt small game and instruct new shooters. Usually this game is hunted within 30 yards, and at this distance, the 1022 that I tested with the Magpul X-22 Hunter stock grouped under a 1/4 inch with decent ammo from CCI. Now, that's far more accurate than I'm capable of shooting, especially from an unsupported position. Overall, with an MSRP of $149.95, the X-22 Hunter Takedown is a neat addition to the Ruger Rimfire's arsenal of available upgrades. And while I personally think the styling is cool, I understand that it's not for everyone, but the ergonomics are solid enough to make up for any futuristic appearance for pragmatic shooters like myself. shooters who only run iron sights would probably be better served with a different stock set. But if you intend to run optics and shoot your 10-22 with either a bipod from the prone position or from a bench rest, there's no better option for the money on the market. Thanks guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more burst reviews.